This is ABC 7 News at 6.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois.
And I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, one person is in the hospital and another in jail after a stabbing on Main Street in Bangor this afternoon.
Bangor PD Public Information Officer Sergeant Jason McCambly says officers responded to what was initially reported as a disturbance near Shaw's. When the officers arrived, they found a male juvenile that had been stabbed multiple times. He was taken to a local hospital.
18-year-old Aiden Zauji of Bangor was found a few minutes later and arrested. McCambly says the two had allegedly been involved in a verbal altercation a short time prior to the assault. Zauji is being charged with elevated aggravated assault. The incident remains under investigation.
In another news tonight, fire destroyed a home in Swanville this afternoon. Belfast Fire Department responded to the call at 460 Town Farm Road around 1 p.m. Chief Patrick Richards says the fire was fully involved when crews arrived on scene. One person was home when the fire broke out. They were able to make it out with minor injuries. There were also multiple pets at the residence, most of which have been recovered. Chief Richards says crews had to take a defensive approach to put out those flames.
That's a defensive attack, so we didn't put anybody in the house. The house was fully involved and already started to collapse in different areas, so it was completely defensive, all from the outside.
The cause of the fire is still under investigation. The Red Cross has been called in to assist the homeowner.
Well, the Penobscot County Grand Jury has indicted a man accused of stabbing another person. 40-year-old Brandon Hamilton of East Millinocket was arrested after he allegedly stabbed another adult male in Bangor back in February. According to police, the alleged victim suffered non-life-threatening injuries. Hamilton was indicted on several charges, including aggravated assault, burglary, and reckless conduct with a dangerous weapon. The grand jury also indicted 38-year-old Trevor DeRozier of Mount Chase. He was the subject of an investigation for several weeks after police responded to reports of an assault back in December. Police found 2 guns when they executed a search warrant in Mount Chase. DeRozier was indicted for possession of a firearm by a prohibited person and violation of conditions of release. And a Bangor man who allegedly threatened to shoot people over a parking space was indicted. 31-year-old Kyle Regal was indicted for terrorizing with a dangerous weapon, criminal threatening, and assault. Police say officers witnessed Regal waving a handgun and threatening to shoot people at the intersection of Cedar and 2nd Streets in Bangor in January. No one was seriously injured.
A husband and wife from Hancock County both face drug charges. Just before noon on Tuesday, Maine Drug Enforcement Agency special agents and Hancock County Sheriff's deputies stopped a vehicle on the Buttermilk Road in Lemoyne. They arrested 32-year-old Jacob Carney and 37-year-old Crystal Carney. Both are charged with 2 counts of aggravated drug trafficking. When authorities searched the Carneys' home on Thistle Lane in Hancock, they seized 46 grams of fentanyl, $6,900 in suspected drug proceeds, and an off-road motorbike, which investigators determined was traded for fentanyl. A minor was in the home at the time of the search. A referral has been made to the Maine Department of Health and Human Services. Both Carneys were taken to the Hancock County Jail. A bail commissioner refused to set bail since both were currently out on bail. They are expected to appear in court this week.
Well, Senator Angus King has introduced new legislation that calls on the Supreme Court to adopt a code of conduct. This legislation proposes a requirement that the Supreme Court create its own code of conduct and appoint an official to review potential conflicts and public complaints.
Virtually every judge in the country, whether it's in a state or the federal system, has to follow the canons of ethics. In Maine, we have them, and for the entire federal judiciary, except the Supreme Court. And I don't really understand that exception.
According to King, justices of the Supreme Court are currently the only judges that are not explicitly bound by a code of conduct. The senator thinks that this would provide guidance regarding their official duties and engagement in outside activities performed by the justices.
Back in 2021, Maine legislators passed a law requiring manufacturers to report when they add PFAS chemicals to their products. An organization recently proposed a bill that aims to make changes to how these chemicals are classified. Our Matthew Juronsik tells us more.
The Maine State Chamber of Commerce and lawmakers testified in a public hearing in front of the Environmental and Natural Resources Committee on a bill that would make improvements to laws surrounding PFAS.
These are very complex products to test for. It's very costly, and we simply just don't have the lab capacity in Maine and frankly across the United States to be able to comply with the law as is.
The bill discussed at length was LD 1214, an act to clarify the laws to combat perfluoroalkyl and polyfluoroalkyl substances. It would change how PFAS is defined, protect confidential business information, and remove the 2030 ban on products that intentionally add PFAS.
We support efforts, but when you're trying to regulate everyday consumer products, it's going to be a little bit more difficult and a little bit more challenging for companies to be able to comply with.
Senator Joe Baldacci was one lawmaker who was in favor of LD 1214. He says there needs to be clear rules on how to test for PFAS so businesses can understand how they're impacted.
We need to work with our small business community, our business community, and try to help make sure they are able to comply and have the resources to comply and the time to comply. We need to make some adjustments sometimes to help make sure people can actually comply.
Senator Henry Ingwerson of Arundel was against the bill. He says the changes would cause problems to how the state tests for PFAS.
The definition proposed in LD 1214 leaves out a whole host of harmful chemicals, including several PFAS, adjuvants, and precursors. This new definition means that several toxic PFAS could still be used in products.
Senator Baldacci has a goal in mind heading into the Environmental and Natural Resource Committee's next workshop session.
I just want to show them that we can make these adjustments, but we can still go forward with our goal, which is to continue to clean up PFAS, but we don't have to sacrifice large sectors of our economy in order to do that.
In Augusta, Matthew Juroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
It's a bit of a drearier day outside than we expected, just in terms of cloud cover.
Yeah.
But mild temperatures and at least, no downpours or anything. So definitely a decent day outside.
And we knew we were going to be experiencing that transition, yesterday into today. So really no huge surprise there,
None.
but sounds like some better things are on the horizon.
And we are very excited about that. Let's get a first check of our forecast and find out a little more.
Hey, Beth and Peter, happy Wednesday. With temperatures back in the upper 40s today, I thought we'd at least do 50. That didn't happen across our area, with a high of 48 here in Bangor, also Millinocket. Tomorrow, though, will be a bit warmer as finally all of this gets out of here. Still some clouds across our region right now, and this could give us a couple sprinkles tonight. Most of us will say dry. It will not be a big deal at all. The overall trend now is a drying out trend and a warming trend, and we're talking about mid-60s potentially before the weekend gets here. Our forecast then for tonight, though, we're talking about mostly cloudy skies becoming partly cloudy skies. Look for some locally dense fog after midnight with low temperatures hanging out in the 30s. Your full forecast is coming up. Beth and Peter.
All right, looking pretty good there.
We will. More detail to come. And in the meantime, coming up on ABC7 News at 6, a local assisted living center held an open house earlier today. We got a peek.
And our David Ledford takes us to Bucksport to speak to their robotics team after their triumphant return home from an international competition. Those stories and much more as ABC7 News at 6 comes right back.
Ready to create your backyard oasis? Alexander's Professional Landscaping will work with you to create your perfect outdoor space. Work one-on-one with our landscape designer to create a unique garden to fit your family's personal aesthetics and lifestyle. Have our pros install your new lawn, deck, or patio. Schedule a consultation today by calling 573-4497. Alexander's Professional Landscaping, the way landscaping should be.
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
Cool nights start with Ashley this summer, with Tempur-Pedic mattresses starting at $37 per month and 0% interest for 60 months. Visit the Mattress Gallery at your local Ashley store to explore our wide selection of mattresses from all the top brands. Only at Ashley.
Mossy Ledge Spirits is a true hidden gem in Etna. Located just 3 miles off I-95, exit 167, we are home to tastings, tours, cocktails, to-go drinks, bottles, live music, minis, and priceless memories. You're sure to fall in love with our handcrafted, unique, and deliciously clean-tasting spirits and feel right at home in our family-friendly environment. Mossy's Mobile Spirits is offering mobile bar service for weddings and large events. So enjoy some pizza and raise the glass here at Mossy Ledge Spirits.
May is for moms, and this Mother's Day, our local mom-owned businesses have teamed up to celebrate you with this amazing giveaway. Enter to win a luxurious spa service at Marilyn Monroe Spas,
free laundry service from the Laundry Basket,
a delicious dessert at Happy Endings Dessert and Martini Bar, a month-long membership to Evolve Fitness,
and $100 towards any IV vitamin infusion or weight loss service at Riverlight Restorative Health. To enter, visit our Facebook pages, scan the QR code, or stop by any of our locations.
Happy Mother's Day from us to you.
You don't have to go to extremes to enjoy extreme nutrition. Extreme Nutrition offers loaded nutritional energy teas and nutritional protein shakes. Extreme Nutrition.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
Maine's 207 area code will be around a little longer. It's now predicted to be exhausted by the second quarter of 2029. The previous date was the first quarter of 2027. The Maine Public Utilities Commission has been monitoring the status of the 207 area code since 2018 as the number of service providers began to increase significantly along with the volume of numbering resources. Maine PUC Chair Phil Bartlett II says, quote, since we first became aware of the risk to Maine's 207 area code, two things have become clear: that preserving the area code is important to Maine people and that we have the tools to help to do so, end quote.
Meanwhile, a local assisted living center is inviting visitors to come see what life is like at their facility. Devin Dagnall brings us there.
Wednesday afternoon, the Sylvia Ross Home Assisted Living at Ross Manor held an open house to give potential residents a sneak peek as to what their day-to-day life could look like if they chose to live there.
If you can't be home, this is the place to be.
According to the executive director of the center, Amy Sawyer, Ross Manor currently has 3 vacancies they're looking to fill. Sawyer says residents can expect a wide selection of daily activities, a variety of daily meals, and a sense of community.
Oh, I love it here. I haven't a single complaint. The people are wonderful, and the meals are good. Everything about it. The rooms are just right. Everything's just perfect.
Sawyer says open houses allow potential residents and their families to break away from negative stigma and see for themselves all that's available at Ross Manor.
I do think that days like today they really do help. It's easy to see residents out and about here.
If you would like to learn more, head to our website. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Well, some Bucksport high schoolers returned home as world champions this week. Our David Ledford spoke with the winners about an experience they say was difficult to compute.
Hasn't really completely set in the gravity of it.
This was like a real happy moment.
It was complete shock.
Bucksport High School's robotics team won 3rd place at the For Inspiration and Recognition of Science and Technology World Championship in Texas over the weekend. The Bucks Wrath Team 6329 received a warm welcome for bringing home the hardware, but many were left like their winning robot, shocked.
The kind of surprise for us all was winning Excellence in Engineering. It's the single best robot award you can win. I mean, they work incredibly hard and they put in a lot of hours. Meetings are optional and we meet, 30 hours a week, give or take. And these kids, I generally have to kick them out of the shop.
Despite running like a well-oiled machine, members of the team say they experienced strong emotions when they hit the competition floor.
As much pressure as there was with tens of thousands of people watching, there was a little relief, kind of a sense of, let's just have fun this match.
We're used to seeing a lot of people, but this was just way out of what we were used to. There was just a lot of people really looking upon us and cheering, and it was very loud, and it was very nice to have that feeling of that we were somebody.
Team members say the achievement is the culmination of years of hard work, competition wins, and community fundraising. For others, it's just the beginning.
It's definitely changed the course of the rest of my life personally, and it's made me into the person I've become today. I've learned basically everything that I know now from this program and the people I work with.
In Bucksport, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Still so unbelievably cool. Like, I get what he's saying about it's hard to wrap your mind around it, because just like I'm sitting here thinking about, okay, they're world champions.
Yeah.
Whoa.
It's insane.
It's crazy.
You know, to see how they matched up against other groups from around the world. And so for them to be able to get that recognition when they come home, too, and have the support.
Yeah, that parade just looks off the chain.
Yeah.
So great.
I'd love to see that the community is rallying around them, too.
Yeah, not surprised to see it, of course.
Right.
But great to see it nonetheless.
Absolutely.
All right, well, still to come on ABC 7 News at 6, the Maine Girl Scout cookie sales record has been shattered. We'll introduce you to the new record holder.
And in sports, UMaine's rugby team is headed to nationals for the second year in a row. How they think they're going to stack up against their competition in Washington, D.C. That story coming right up.
There's no stopping a Mainer with a college education. Pick up the phone now and talk to a student success coach from Maine's public universities.
And we'll put you on the path to a better paying job. Your success coach is waiting.
A quality replacement window made with Fibrix material, which is twice as strong as vinyl, delivered through a stress-free process. Welcome to Renewal by Andersen. Get the peace of mind knowing Renewal by Andersen handles everything, from start to finish. With one call, you'll enjoy working with the best people, exclusive products, and a superior process.
It's the people. It's the process.
It's the product.
Call now to get our exceptional signature service. This fantastic offer is available only for a limited time. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
In Maine, it's always truck season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we are celebrating New Ram Truck Month by carrying the complete line of hard-charging new Ram trucks from light to heavy duty. At Thornton Brothers, you'll find the right truck for cargo space and comfort for those long trips on the road. No matter what Maine throws at you, our trucks have you covered. So come on over and test drive any of our award-winning new Ram trucks at Thornton Brothers, 125 Main Street, Lincoln. For the best boat deals this year, see your favorite brands in Belfast for Hamlin's Marine's Coastal Boat Sale. At Hamlin's Marine, we are powered by Yamaha Outboards, and we have more than 20 boat packages on display from Carolina Skiff, Jeanneau, Chris Craft, Scout, Sea Chaser, Eden Driver, and Weld Craft, including dinghies on display from Achilles and Puffin. Pre-register at our website for a chance to win $1,000 worth of Helly Hansen apparel. Come see it all and more April 28th to the 30th at Hamlin's Marine's beautiful showroom on the Belfast waterfront.
Welcome to Through the Garden Gate in Corinna. We are a local garden center that carries a huge variety of flowers, vegetables, perennials, trees, shrubs, and roses. Our employees are gardeners themselves and offer a wealth of knowledge. We love what we do and would love to share our passion with you. We also do landscape and garden consultations, design, installation, and maintenance. Come visit us at Through the Garden Gate on Exeter Road in Corinna.
There's no stopping a Mainer with a college education. Pick up the phone now and talk to a student success coach from Maine's public universities.
And we'll put you on the path to a better paying job. Your success coach is waiting.
Tonight's Sports is brought to you by Herman Motor Company. Whether you're looking for a new vehicle or to have your current vehicle serviced or detailed, Herman Motor Company has it all.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. We're going to start with some rugby here. Up in Orono, the UMaine rugby team is headed to nationals once again. After finishing 5th last year, they will be facing even stiffer competition this time around. Ryan Soudal has the story.
We've definitely made significant improvements over the year. We've kind of had a lot of injuries, but we seem to figure it out at the end of the day.
The UMaine rugby team is headed for Washington, D.C., where they'll play at nationals for the second straight year.
We've really come together as a team. Every tournament we've gone to, we've improved, and I think us going to nationals is like harvesting the fruits of our labor.
While rugby is not an NCAA sport, much of their competition in this and other tournaments are much more invested in their programs. something the Black Bears take pride in.
Their schools fund them a lot, and they go and actively recruit. And for us to just come together as a group of guys and agree that we want to do this, to be able to even compete with them, and then most of the time, perform very well, it makes us feel really good.
And that success comes with a culture change within the main program, spearheaded by new faces whose experience in the sport goes well beyond Orono.
We've definitely gotten more guys who have kind of played rugby before college. Like even this year we have an international student who's a very talented player. That's not really something that I'm used to, and not a lot of teams that we play have that.
Starting Friday, the Black Bears will compete in the small school division at Nationals, where they placed 5th last year. But this time around, there are 16 teams instead of 27.
They're doing less invitational teams, so we're just going to be right against some good teams from the get-go. It's definitely going to be a harder, more challenging tournament.
But regardless, their confidence has not waned.
We got a lot of athletes, which really helps a lot. All you really need is a few athletes, a few guys who really know what they're doing, and then you got a good team.
It's a great thing to watch, be a part of, and I hope to continue that trend.
In Orono, I'm Ryan Sudol, ABC 7, Fox 22 Sports.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Wishing them luck down there. Let's do the hockey now. Bruins taking the ice in a little over a half an hour for Game 5, and when they do, Patrice Bergeron could be making his 2023 postseason debut. Bergie missed the first 4 games of the series with an upper body injury and did not travel to Florida for Games 3 and 4. Now, with the Bruins up 3-1, he could potentially return to the lineup for a series-clinching Game 5. Bergeron practiced with the team on Tuesday, which obviously is a great sign. And while the Bees captain is still a game-time decision, he told reporters yesterday that he's not anticipating any setbacks.
I mean, today's a good day, and we'll see tomorrow. I feel hopefully I'm not anticipating any setbacks. So far so good.
All right, let's hope they can bring it home and we don't have another fiasco at the Garden like last night. That's all the time we have for sports. Here's Jeff Weller with your full 5-day forecast.
All right, Tyler, thank you. Your full weather is brought to you by Diversified Ink Tattoo Studio in Penobscot Plaza in Bangor. All right, talking about temperatures today, not so high, right? 48 here in Bangor, 47 Bar Harbor. That's not normal. Average high temperature up near 60. No one did that today, but we're going to work on that. There are some mid-60s in the 5-day forecast around here. Until then, we're talking about high temperatures tomorrow, back up in the 50s tomorrow afternoon. And then by Friday, we're talking about potentially these are 60-degree temperatures on Friday afternoon. But today was a cool day, of course, with those highs only in the 40s. And then behind that, most likely for Saturday, 50s, followed by what could be another 60-degree day on Sunday. Okay, what we want, though, is this blue stuff to go away, right? That's not going to happen anytime soon. We'll get a taste of warmer temperatures on Friday and Saturday right there. You see that right there? But then overall, we're looking at temperatures below average into the middle portions of next week as a reinforcing shot of colder air gets in here on Sunday into Monday and Tuesday. So overall, a cool stretch of weather ahead, except for Friday and Saturday, where we could have high temperatures back up in the 60s. Out there today, lots of cloud cover and a couple sprinkles earlier, not really a big deal at all. There are still some sprinkles back off to our west. Those are moving our direction, likely falling apart, though, tonight. So we're in good shape this evening and in good spots tomorrow as well. But there could be a rogue sprinkle tomorrow afternoon as this energy kind of pushes through. It will not be a big deal at all. Do not change any plans. Walking you through it tonight, no issues at all. Although there could be some dense fog in there tonight as the air goes calm and temperatures meet the dew point in the 30s. And then overall, here comes that little piece of energy tomorrow. Here's 6:30, no worries at all. But tomorrow evening, right over our area, could be a little bit of convergence, meaning there could be a rogue shower tomorrow afternoon. That quickly gets out of here tomorrow night. And then we're off to the races, right? Friday and Saturday, highs in the 60s with lots of sunshine, especially on Friday. All right, the wind today out of the south around 5 miles per hour. That will change, though. It's going to go calm for a few hours tonight, and that could give us some locally dense fog into tomorrow morning. So if you're driving, of course, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning, get your low beams on. They'll help you through that dense fog out there tonight. So our forecast then tonight, though, is partly cloudy skies. There could be a rogue sprinkle. Look for low temperatures down near 34 and some dense fog in there late tonight, too, with a calm wind after midnight. For tomorrow, all right, here we go. So partly cloudy skies, a couple of sprinkles can't be ruled out, especially later in the afternoon. Look for high temperatures reaching for 60. Many of you will probably do that. I went with a high at 58 in Bangor with a west wind around 5 miles per hour. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow 58. And then look what happens Friday. Partly cloudy, and that late April sunshine's got some oomph behind it with a high of 66. Saturday, 61. But then the rain arrives back for us on Sunday and Monday with much colder temperatures with highs only in the 50s Sunday and Monday. Beth and Peter?
That's okay. I was looking for an excuse to slack off on Sunday completely anyway, so it's
there
fine.
you go. Your excuse right
Wish
there.
granted.
Thank you, Jeff. But at least we have one just gorgeous day this weekend to come.
Definitely take advantage.
All right. Well, there's still more to come after the break. Stay with us.
Tonight's Stock Report is brought to you by Loring Outdoors. We are looking for committed workers to build one-of-a-kind pack baskets. Head on over to loringoutdoors.com.
Looking to haul a new piece of equipment? Homeowners or commercial, Coops Truck and Equipment has the right trailer for you. Coops is the largest dealer of truck flatbeds and hauler bodies in this state and can replace any old rusty bed or outfit any new truck. Our full-service facility can modify all truck and trailers with steel and aluminum fabricators on duty. We are your go-to place for CM truck bodies, H&H trailers, and load trail trailers. For trailers, truck bodies, truck outfitting, and more, it's Coops.
The furniture you've been looking for is in stock and on sale at the Furniture Gallery. Spring into savings with great deals like 10% off all in-stock recliners. And refresh your home with a new sofa and love seat set. 3 choices, just $9.99. Sleep better with a new mattress from Serta, Restonic, or Nectar. Queen mattresses starting at only $2.99. The Furniture Gallery brings you better brand names, plus a bigger in-stock selection, all at the lowest prices around. Support our main family-owned business and save money at the Furniture Gallery.
Allow us to reintroduce the right amount of spicy. Lightly breaded and spicy tempura, made with a blend of aged cayenne. If you're meeting for the first time, lucky you. Spicy chicken McNuggets, they're back.
For a limited time, enjoy spicy chicken McNuggets or get a spicy McCrispy sandwich. Plus, you can add any size Dr. Pepper for even more refreshment.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Bangor Floral is your perfect destination this Mother's Day. Since 1925, Bangor Floral has been a premier provider of beautiful floral arrangements and thoughtful Mother's Day gifts for almost 100 years. Featuring new colorful blooms, blossoming plants, and gift baskets that have warmed hearts for generations. We also strongly support the Buy Local movement by purchasing directly from local farms and suppliers. Bangor Floral, 332 Harlow Street. Experience a flower shop like no other this Mother's Day.
Time to get to the Toyota Spring Sales Event for affordable 3.99% financing on an all-wheel drive Camry. So come get your savings, then get out there. Toyota, let's go places.
Tonight, the decision. Now is a historic rematch next. Plus, the crisis in Sudan and the race to evacuate Americans before the ceasefire ends. More Americans turn to the most watched program on television. World News Tonight with David Muir.
Welcome back. A young entrepreneur from Ellsworth has been crowned as a state record holder thanks to a delicious springtime tradition. According to the Girl Scouts of Maine, 8-year-old Liliana Osno now holds the record for the most Girl Scout cookies sold in the state. After shattering her initial goal of selling 502 boxes of cookies, Liliana kept setting more goals until she reached 2,222. Why? Because of her favorite number, 2.
I went to the desk that they have at the store and I said, "Hi, my name is Lily. Would you like to buy Girl Scout cookies?" I beat the state record and I got the highest patch.
And deservedly so. Well, currently Liliana has sold more than 2,600 boxes, but she plans to leave no crumbs behind. She says she hopes to sell as many as 4,000 boxes next year. But right now, she wants to raise enough money for a trip to the National Girl Scout Convention at Walt Disney World this summer. Congratulations, Liliana.
Definitely one of the most delicious fundraisers any of us have ever seen. All right, well, visitors will see a few new additions to the Coles Museum in Bangor this year, including a life-size bronze sculpture of the founder himself. The sculpture has been undercover since the statue of Coal Museum founder Galen Cole was delivered to the museum in the fall. This coming Sunday, the museum is hosting Founders Day, where it will finally be unveiled to Cole's family, volunteers, and guests. Anthony Alamani of Berwick was selected to create that sculpture.
They wanted him sitting on a bench and smiling and leaning forward as if he was engaging with children, because as I learned, children were the heart of his mission.
Founders Day is Sunday, April 30th at 1 p.m. The event is free and open to the public. The Bangor Band will be in attendance, as well as Senator Susan Collins.
Definitely a great resource for the area, and so great that they're looking back and celebrating the museum's own history and the founder who is responsible for being there.
I think sculpture is so interesting, though. I feel like it's kind of one of the forms of art maybe you don't hear as much about, or maybe see quite as much as other forms, but it's fascinating, and they're very compelling, so it's neat that there's going to be a big reveal this coming Sunday at Founders Day. Definitely a reason to show up.
Absolutely.
Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us. From everyone here at ABC7, have a great rest of your night.
Good night, everyone.